This is July 5th. Instead of using herbicide on this, I'm going to try to get a sterile seed bed established, and by that I mean we'll disc it several times before we plant our fall Baraska type late season food plot. And I want to pan around and show you what we got right now. We were up here yesterday on 4th of July showing the difference of canopy and non-canopy, and that's what we're going to do today. You can see how high those velvet leaf are on there. I didn't put any herbicide on this because it may have held over, and your fall food plots may have had a hard time growing in it. So this area I'll just disc under, and that's how they do it in Europe a lot. They don't use herbicides as much as we do in this country, but they do a lot more tillage. Now their yield may be down because it takes them longer and they have a shorter growing period, but they have less herbicide drift and whatever. But I mean, we don't have that great a problem. But what I'm saying is this is just an alternative way of taking out weeds. Multiple diskings prior to planting your fall annuals. Yeah, I want to make a little side note. Right over here where the tractor is sitting, if you remember, right there where that tractor was, that's where we took that mulberry tree out. And we increased that much more forage area. Just, I don't know, we probably picked up a good 30 by 30, 20 by 20 area without that tree there. And you know, I wouldn't advise leaving this soil open like this if it was on a hillside, but being that it's on the flat, the erosion will be minimal. But the only bad thing about opening it up like this is the moisture does escape. Now last year we was opening it up with deep plowing to get the moisture to go down in. This year we're just trying to do something different, stay ahead of the weeds. You know, continuous use of Roundup has proven that the weeds in Mother Nature end up figuring a way of getting around that. And this way we'll just throw a different ball at the situation and keep changing it up with just manual weed control. And we'll come back. I'm going to incorporate some lime in here, and it was a little, right, about 6'2", 6'5", so I can put a few pounds of lime in here next disking and get that in before the annual crop goes in of the fall food plot. So, but just another way of getting rid of weeds without using a herbicide. This picture here will just give you a real idea of what, that's about 88 inches tall, that corn. It should be set in tassel this week, the first week of July. But you can see the canopy and the smokestack corn higher than both. And while we're on that subject, I want to wander over here, and every food plotter, every farmer, here's predation. The deer get in here, you can see their track, and that's why it's essential to make sure you have plenty of forage. Without it, they can wipe out a small food plot in a hurry, because they're pretty aggressive. And I got some weeds in there I'm going to hand pull too. So anyhow, just to give you a real feel for how tall that corn is compared to that tractor. Just a few, maybe 45 minutes to an hour with a disc harrow, or a disc. I don't know how it become a harrow. Like in my way of thinking, it was a disc. We have, what we started out with was quite a bit of velvet leaf, Now we've turned it under. Now that's not to say that it won't come back up, but we'll just disc it lighter. Like I said, I'm going to add some lime to this area, and we'll disc that in, and maybe possibly actually disc 2 more times lightly before we come in here and plant our annual Baraska food plot. I don't know how you'd have a food plot if you didn't have a tractor and a disc. Those are 2 essential things that you must have. I know you guys try to do that with ATVs. I see it all the time on Facebook or YouTube. You got more money tied up in that equipment than you would with a good used tractor. Far more money.